So right now, I would love to be focusing on people who are kind of like me, who were stuck in big law jobs that maybe never anticipated being there as long as they've been there, or have just become disillusioned with the whole big law lifestyle and are looking for something else, whether that's something else in law or not practicing at all. And a big hurdle that most of those folks have to get through is the money part, figuring out how do I continue to live my life on a either drastically reduced salary or under just different circumstances than I'm in right now. When you're practicing at a major law firm, there's just so much overwhelm. It's very difficult to even think past the next email, let alone think about, gosh, if I were able to choose, how would I spend my time? That's a luxury that most lawyers don't have when they're just running, their caseload is very large, their clients are very demanding, their partners and managers are very demanding. And then if you're trying to balance a family life on top of that, it's almost all just too much to try to think about, what would I have to do to make this better? And I think that because financial decisions seem like some of the biggest decisions that you might make, and you can make really big mistakes if you're not careful, people get stuck not doing anything. And so they just continue on kind of on autopilot. And then they realize, well, if I continue this way, there's no way I could afford to do anything else. I'm now stuck in this lifestyle. So my hope is that in working with me, number one, I can help them optimize their time that they're in big law to really catapult themselves to a place where they can be somewhere else if that's what they want, and help them think through, what's it going to look like on the other side? Is it going to be okay? We're going to figure out a way for it to be okay, so you can be more confident looking for other jobs, starting to kind of explore those other opportunities, and taking that hurdle out of your brain so you can have some freedom of energy and emotional energy, right, to start thinking about what your life would look like. So I try to take that piece away from them so that they can actually start thinking about the really good stuff.
So do you have any success stories at this point, or?
Oh, I wish I did. I'm actually officially launching my Beyond Big Law program in September.
That's so cool.
Yeah, well, we do everything on the student schedule, right? Everybody, everything starts in the fall. So I've been building up my partnerships and collaborations with other people who work with lawyers to make sure that my clients are going to be fully supported in all of the things that they need to do.
Was there like a last straw, or was there a moment when you were like, I'm going to start my own firm?
At the SEC, it was hard because I loved my colleagues. I had a wonderful manager who was very, very supportive. And, it's like golden handcuffs, right? You get in there, life is pretty good. The government is certainly very different from big law, which is where I had come from. I had time for hobbies. I was watching shows for the first time in 8 years. I literally missed like 8 years of pop culture. People ask me what happened between 2003 and 2011. I can't tell you. I have no idea. I didn't come back on the scene until I went into the government. But so it already felt like such a relief from what I had been used to, that it all felt good. But it probably took me about 3 years at the SEC when I realized I am not loving going into work other than the fact I get to see my friends. Do I want to fight with another opposing counsel? No. Do I want to depose another lying witness? No. Is this the kind of work that I want to be doing where I'm constantly arguing with other people? No, I want to help people. I've always been a counselor at law, but it's only the counseling part that I really liked. And in litigation, it's very difficult to find those kinds of roles. There are absolutely roles in law where you really do serve as a counselor. Trust and estates is a great example. You work with families, right? You help someone plan their legacy. That is a collaborative experience. But litigation is very adversarial for good reason, but you really can't get around it. And that's what I was trained for. So I didn't really see a path where I could get that collaborative energy and really help people on a broad scale as a lawyer what I was doing. So I kind of knew I needed to do something else. But man, it was hard figuring it out.